Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. If you noticed by the thumbnail, today's video is all about a mail call and a shopping haul. So let's get into it. Today I'm going to start out with the heavy hitter. I ordered some coconut coir from online and I get mine from Walmart. This, hope you guys can see, this is the coconut coir that I ordered. It was on sale. I've been using this for several years now. I want to say roughly 2-3 years, and this will expand up to 2.25 cubic feet. So if I want to increase my growing space, which I will eventually do, I wanted to add to what I already had. So I picked up a couple more bricks. I wasn't out, but it was on sale. And I wanted to make sure that I had what I needed before I ran out. Now next, I went to the first store that I realized put out any seeds, and that was Home Depot. Now, before I show you what I got from Home Depot, I was in my canning room where I keep my canning supplies, and I was pulling out some jars that I was going to use for some canning, and in that jar I found a pack of seeds. I found this pack of seeds in that bag of jars, and this is a summer squash Peter Pan hybrid. It looks kind of weird. Can you guys see that? It's a Peter Pan hybrid, and it's good for container growing. So I think I'm going to give this a try. I like summer squash. I've never had this kind of squash before, so this is something I think I'm going to give a try to. And I found this. I bought this sometime last year, and the packet says it expires it says sale by November of 2021. So sometime last year I bought this packet and I just found it. So there's that. Now these are the seeds that I picked up at Home Depot. At least I think they are, because they're in the Home Depot bag. So knowing me, I could have picked them up from a couple of different places, but I think I got them all from Home Depot. Now I am going to be sowing some more moonflowers. I have not been successful with growing the vining moonflowers. I've tried for years and I can get them to germinate, but when I put them outside to try to harden them off, it doesn't work and I end up losing them. I had a packet that had 2 seeds left, so I figured I would pick up some giant moonflower seeds. And so these will be going out in the spring. I hope you guys can see that. So giant moonflower seeds. And this year is all about flowers for me. Well, every year is all about flowers for me if I'm being serious. And so I love to keep certain flowers in my garden. And one of them was one of my grandmother's favorites. I remember seeing this in her garden when I was a young kid, like maybe in elementary school. I think I might have been 7 or so. My grandmother used to have moss rose in her garden. Now I have a few packets of these, but for me, I can never have enough moss rose. And this, of course, is a container friendly variety, so I will be sowing some moss rose in the springtime. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe doing some winter sowing, but no, I'm just gonna put these direct sow right out into the garden around the 1st of spring for me. And I happened to come across a video, I think it was Miss Linda, the New Orleans gardener, and she was talking about some seeds that she picked up when she went to Home Depot, and I think she picked up this zinnia. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. I love deep reds and deep oranges and bright yellows and bright. I like bright. And so when I saw this beautiful Scarlet Flame giant double zinnia, I was like, oh yes, giving me life. So I believe I might put this zinnia in the garden this spring. I've already sown some pink zinnias that were already in the garden from last year. So I think I might add that to the garden. Now, here's a flower that I have never, in the past 7 to 8 years, have never been able to grow. And it's elusive. And I want it so bad because I've never had it. And so I picked up another packet of seeds. I have a packet of seeds, but the seeds are old. And I think in that packet, I may only have 4 seeds, but I'm going to try this one again. This one is the Dwarf Teddy Bear Sunflower. I have a love for sunflowers. One of my grandmothers used to grow sunflowers when I was a kid, right around about 7, I think. And by her trash cans, where she used to keep her trash cans outside, she always had giant sunflowers every summer. So in my garden, a sunflower is a must. There's a theme, y'all. And I don't know anything about this plant, but I saw it and I was like, oh, it is gorgeous. And it's container friendly. Gotta have it. So I picked up a Lobelia. And I want to say I heard AJ's Green Thumb talk about Lobelia. I think it was AJ's Green Thumb. I'm not sure. I'm all over the place when it comes to YouTube. When I have a moment and I can sit down, or I'm at my desk at work, I try to listen to different YouTubers, and I will hear a plant and I'm like, ooh, let me look that up. And I came across this plant. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that beautiful purple. It is deep and beautiful. I know I said I like bright colors, but that spoke to me. That called my name. I had to put it in my buggy. So I got the Crystal Palace Lobelia. I don't know anything about it, but I am going to look it up. It does say full sun. And here in Texas in the summertime, spring and summer, we have lots of sun to go around. So Lobelia. And I would like to have a few more cut flowers. I like to take flowers to work and put them on my desk. I like to put flowers in my dining room. I like to put flowers in my TV room. Every once in a blue moon, there might be some flowers in the kitchen. So I want to have some more cut flowers. And I have a packet of carnations. That packet of carnations, I don't know if those seeds are just old, but they have never germinated for me. So I happen to see this red, this is a Chard. I could be saying that all wrong, don't judge me. It's a red carnation, and I saw that beautiful red and I thought, yes, get in my basket. Absolutely gorgeous. I hope you guys can see that. And then, of course, I was watching Queen Ness herself. Love her channel. Love all of y'all's channels. But I was watching her one day and she was talking about cosmos. And I have a number of cosmos seeds that I have not planted in the past 3 years. I'm collecting seeds for my homestead. And I do put many of them in containers. But my cosmos, I have not. And she was talking about the different cosmos and which ones are edible. And I happened to come across this summer sunshine, sun mixed color cosmos. And I was like, oh, yes, those are my colors. You see, I have a theme, y'all. I have a theme. I love those burnt oranges and those beautiful bright yellows. They're just absolutely gorgeous. So I think I might put these in the garden because they are container friendly. And if you are new to my channel, I have a container garden. And if you're a returning subscriber, y'all know I have a container garden. My mom, who watches my videos, and I'm sure she's gonna watch this one, is gonna go, she always tells me, your garden is too big. You're gonna have to get a U-Haul to move your garden. Just for the garden, you're gonna have to have a U-Haul. And I'm like, I know, mommy, I'm gonna have to get a U-Haul just for the garden. I already know. And so, of course, I like to put this plant in the garden every year because it's just beautiful. And oh, by the way, it's edible. Nasturtiums. I have already a couple of packets of nasturtiums, but I want my pots to be full of beauty and flowers this coming spring and summer. So I picked up the Dwarf Jewel mixed colored nasturtiums. And of course, those colors, y'all, those are my colors. Those are my colors. And I have a couple of packets of those. I already had a few packets of Nasturtiums already. This one is the Alaska, but again, same color palette because that's what I like. And let's see, I was given a packet of ruby red Swiss chard, and charge it to my head and not my heart, I cannot remember that content creator's channel name. I'll put it in the description box below because I do want to give you a shout out as well. I won those seeds on her channel because I answered one of the questions correctly, and she sent me a few seeds of different things, and one of them was ruby red Swiss chard, and I wanted more ruby red Swiss chard. And when I found these are the Burpees rhubarb chard, Swiss chard. They're red. These are container friendly. Y'all know I have a container garden, so I need container friendly stuff, and they're just gorgeous. If you don't know by now, red, I love red. I love red. So yes, I want to try to get Swiss chard in the garden. I have it in the garden right now. It's looking pretty poorly because our weather has been absolutely horrible. It's been going down to the teens. It's been staying in the teens. It's been fluctuating up into freezing into the 20s. It's been jumping up into the 50s, 60s, and even today it's in the 70s. It's been absolutely nuts. And so my Swiss chard is looking real tired. So I want to make sure I have Swiss chard, and so I will be making sure that I put in some ruby red because I like red. And of course, I love Brussels sprouts. I have a freezer shelf full of nothing but Brussels sprouts. And I haven't been able to grow Brussels sprouts since I want to say 2012. Not because I haven't, not because I can't. It's because I just haven't tried. I haven't put any in the garden. And so, and I did put some in the fall, but those seeds were old. I was trying to get rid of some old seeds and they didn't germinate. So I picked up some Brussels sprouts, some Catskills, and of course, these are container friendly. If you have a container garden, do your best to try to find seeds that will grow in containers. It'll just be a little bit better for you. Some plants, they just do better under certain circumstances. And if you can find a seed that's a container friendly seed because you have a container garden, they'll work better under the circumstances that you have. But that doesn't mean that you can't use any seed. It just may retard the growth of that seed. And oh, I got a couple of packets of the Brussels sprouts. So I've got a couple packets of those. And then I picked up some more turnips because I used all of my turnips and I wanted to get some turnips. I do have a few turnips in the garden right now, but I wanted some more. And so I picked up this purple top white globe turnip. You can eat the bottoms, the bulb, as well as the greens. And it didn't say, oh, yep, container friendly. Yes, it did. It was on the front. So I got some more turnips. And I'm actually growing some microgreens inside of the house right now. They're looking real sad because I was away for a while. I'm just getting back. And so, yeah, they're looking rough. I'm going to have to start them again. But I picked up some more microgreens, a couple packs of those. I picked up some rainbow mix microgreens. And I'm not sure if this is gonna do well for me because it has Detroit red beets in it. And I'm not a huge fan of Detroit red beets. It has pak choy, love choy, all choys, love choys. It has purple rhubarb. It has broccoli. And it has a radish, a China rose radish. And those beets and those radishes, my mouth don't like either one of those. So I'm not quite sure if these rainbow mix microgreens will do well for me because I'm not a huge fan, but we're gonna see because I have to start my microgreens over again. And of course they are container friendly. And to be honest with you all, oh, I thought I was done. She not done. I ordered some seeds offline And I got that in the mail. That was waiting for me when I got back. Let's put this over here. There we go. And I'm not going to be ordering too many more seeds, y'all. I was trying to get things that I needed that I didn't have in my seed boxes, because I've gone through all of my seed boxes and I've organized them. I've gotten rid of things that I don't like. I'm not growing ever. And I put out in the garden all the old seeds. If they came up, great. If they didn't come up, I wasn't concerned about it, because I just needed to clean out my seed box. And so what I'm doing now is adding to my seeds of things that I am going to eat, that I enjoy eating, that I'm going to try for the first time, because I want to make sure that so these last few seeds I got from Baker Creek. And I just told y'all that beets, my mouth don't like them. So I'm trying something different. I picked up an albino, is that albino? Yes, an albino beet. I've never eaten the albino beet before. Can y'all see that? The albino beet. I have eaten the orange one, and again, charge it to my head and not my heart. I don't remember the name of the orange beet. That one is not too bad. I can disguise that one in food and I can get that one down. But beets just all taste like dirt. I don't care what I do to them. They just taste like dirt. But I'm really trying hard to give them an honest try. So albino beets, I picked up those. So I will be sowing some of these. And these, they say, are frost hardy. So I'll see if I can get some of these in the garden maybe this weekend. It depends on the temperatures. Our temperatures have been so awful that as long as it's under cover, they have a chance of surviving. If they're not under cover, it's a wrap. All right, now I also picked up something that I was looking at that I wasn't quite sure about, but I said, you know what, let me try it, because I like turnip greens. And so I picked up, I was going to try to say this, but it's been a long time since I've actually spoken any kind of Japanese. And so I don't want to butcher. I think I can say it, but I don't want to butcher. So I picked up this white turnip. It looked really good, and it reminded me of a movie. And I'm not even going to say the movie, but it's a movie, a holiday movie, and they were cooking turnips in the kitchen. And it reminds me of that particular turnip, and I thought, oh, I want to try that. So I bought this Japanese turnip and I want to give it a try. So I'm going to try that one. This one also says frost hardy. So this one also might make it into the garden this weekend, because I was out there yesterday pulling out some of the summer stuff that reseeded on its own, like some tomatoes. I still had some okra that was in there. And I just pulled that out this weekend. And I know you're probably going, really? You just did it? I had all of it under cover, and it was still producing for me. But I just got back to the house. I've been gone for a little while. And so it died off, and it was fine. It was time. So I have some space. And then I picked up another turnip. I don't know why I got turnip crazy, because I've never really eaten a turnip bulb. I've only had turnip greens, and I love turnip greens. In my family, when my mom makes greens, she's always mixed them from whenever I was a little kid. So I'm accustomed to eating. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on one second. Let me. My work won't leave me alone. My mom, she would mix our greens. And so I'm accustomed to eating mixed greens. I can't eat just one. It doesn't taste right to me. It tastes like something's missing. And so I picked up this turnip, and I do believe it is also a Japanese turnip. I can't say it, but I won't. And it's a beautiful red skin with a white and pinkish mauvish kind of center. I hope you guys can see that. And so I'm going to put this out in the garden. It is frost hardy as well. So probably this weekend, this will also get into the garden because I've got some space. Now, I'm also going to try one more time. I tried this last year and I was not successful with it. But I'm going to give it a try. I think I might try this indoors, which I want to kick myself for saying it because it says sow indoors, and I'm not about an indoor sowing of too much of anything, but I think I'm going to give it a try. And this is stevia, and I think what I did wrong was I sowed it too deep, and this is a surface sow. And so I think I want to try some stevia because I've been dehydrating. I have turned into the dehydration queen. I'm enjoying dehydrating. I have the dehydrator running right now. So yes, I'm going to try some stevia, and I'm probably going to do that maybe towards the end of the month. I'm not ready for that yet. And then they gave me a beautiful free seed, the Merlot Lettuce. I don't think I have this one. I have to check my lettuce box. This one is also frost hardy. I may put this one out in the greenhouse as well. I do have some lettuce out there, and so I may put some of this out because right now I really feel like I need to eat more lettuce. The holidays got me real good. So I need to be eating some greens. So yes, Merlot lettuce. And last but certainly not least, I've heard through a couple of different, content creators have been talking about this particular plant. And I absolutely love teas. And so my family and I, we have a whole cupboard that's full of nothing but different types of teas that we've purchased, different types of tea leaves of different plants that I've grown and that I've dried. And so this one I want to try because I want to see how it tastes. And this one is the Thai Double Blue Butterfly Pea. And I cannot wait to put this in the garden. Can y'all see that? I cannot wait to put that in the garden in the spring. Now, of course, it's like any other pea. It is not frost hardy. So it prefers springtime temperatures, and it prefers a minimum of 8 to 12 hours of full sun, just like every other pea. But I'm excited to see what that looks like in the garden because that flower is beautiful. And that is what you make your tea out of, those leaves. So that's about it for me, everybody. I need to get to the phone because work is calling, even though I've been home from work for almost an hour. So until the next video, I hope you enjoy the content that I've brought to you today. I hope that you all are safe, that you all are warm, and that you all have plenty of supplies to keep you fed and everything else that you may need for you and your families. Until the next video, if you like this content, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, share, leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.